to be telling you guys about professional boxing and why it should have limitations. um, Professional boxing is dangerous. It can cause long-term health problems and could be fixed if the rules are changed. One of the famous boxers used this quote: "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee." When you think about professional boxing, names like Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Jerry Curry are typically brought up. But many may not know that all three of these boxers have died from related problems to boxing. Some people may feel like boxing is exciting. It's exciting, but it's very dangerous. It can ruin life. Today I will be talking about how professional boxing can cause future mental health problems and how limitations can fix that problem. From 1890 to 2019, 1,000 boxers have died from their injuries. And injuries in the boxing ring, over 13 people die from the sport each year. Most of the recent incidents reached the national attention occurred on October 16th. A professional boxing match between Patrick Day and Charles Conway took an unexpected turn in the 10th round. Day was knocked down in the 4th and 6th round, but managed to keep up his pace to the 10th round. Charles Conway is undefeated, a former USA Olympian, hit Day with two right punches and a left hook. It knocked him out immediately and caused him to hit his head on the canvas of the boxing ring immediately. The ref immediately ended the match, and medical personnel quickly assisted Day. It was obvious something wrong because Day was unconscious for a long time, and his eyes rolled into the back of his head. On the way to the hospital, Day experienced seizures and was rushed into the emergency service. When he arrived, many public figures showed their concern for him on social media. Day remained in a coma for 4 days and ended up passing away. He was only 27 years old. Sad. Now that you know that most boxers have died from the sport, and 13 people die each year from the sport. According to the American Association of Neurological Surgeons, 90% of boxers experience a brain injury, and 80% of Olympic boxers show signs of brain injury. Muhammad Ali died from his 32-year-old battle with Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's occurs when nerve cells are lost in the brain. Many people believe that the head injuries he got while boxing played a big part in that. Sugar Ray Robinson died from Alzheimer's, which is a disease that distorts the memory and other mental functions. Jerry Curry died from dementia, and it's caused by brain disease or injury. Both were also believed to have injuries sustained from boxing. Now that you know that most boxers have died from boxing, and 13 people die from the sport each year, and now you know that 90% of boxers experience a brain injury. Personally, I feel like boxing should have more limitations so the risk of brain injury can decrease. The word knockout is often used in boxing, but it refers to the term concussion. Boxers continue to fight through the injury, which caused the brain to suffer more. The injury never heals, and over time, they cause the brain to deteriorate and cause a CTE. I believe that professional boxing should be made like amateur boxing because they have safer rules. More head injuries occur in professional boxing because the boxers have more fights in rounds. Amateur boxing has 3 rounds, and professional boxing has 6 to 12 rounds. Shorter fights decrease the risk of injury. Another rule I feel like should be put into the sport is headgear. It's also allowed in amateur boxing. This will protect them from trauma to the head and ears and eyes. Those are the most injured in professional boxing. They may not be completely protected from injuries, but it could make the chance and decrease tremendously. Amateur boxing matches are stop when there's swelling around the eyes and a lot of blood. Professional boxing is only stopped when the boxer is unable to continue. The idea of stopping the fight earlier could also decrease the chance of brain injury. A big difference between the two sports is amateur boxing can make a lot less money compared to professional. The amount of money you make can determine how much you get to spend time in training and show your skills. This is a big reason why boxers stay in the game for so long, because they have to make money that comes with it. I think professional boxers should retire at a young age. Many people train their whole life to make it to the point, and they can end up suffering the rest of their lives just for one wrong move. Some professional boxers receive criticism of their protective fighting styles. For example, Floyd Mayweather was very defensive during his boxing matches. He did not go directly into his opponent, but instead he stayed back and let them use all their energy. He would often find himself losing in the first 3 rounds due to the fact he managed to go 15-0 in his pro career. Professional boxing should be made more about protecting yourself instead of who can hurt each other more. The final rule that should be put into the place of professional boxing is that they must retire at an early age in their early 30s. According to researchers from British mental journals, playing high contact sports can increase the rate of dying at 11%. Seeing the main point of boxing is to make contact, I feel like they have to have it to work. Retiring at an early age will prevent further damage to the brain and possibly the risk of mental health problems. Now that you know that most boxers have died from boxing, 13 people die from the sport each year, and you know that 90% of boxers experience brain injuries, and now you know that amateur and professional are different. Today we've talked about the professional boxers who died because of brain injuries and negative effects of the sport. Patrick Day and our safer rules could make the sport better. Professional boxing generates lots of money in sports, but never be banned because of it. I feel like the recent deaths of Max and Patrick David, will cause more people to investigate to make the sport safer. The risk of injuries in boxing will not decrease until rules are safer implied. Although many of these boxers make a living and dedicate their lives to the sport, I'm sure they would like to feel more protected while doing it.